Gabriel, let's jump ahead. You've come back to the Lord now.
Yes.
You've gone through that process. Tell us a little bit about when you came back to the Lord.
When I came back to the Lord, I'd say about a good 9 years. 9 years now. But even before that, when you were the youth pastor, that's when I really said, you know what, there's a place for me in the kingdom of God. There's a place for me where I can do what I love the most, which is hip hop. I wanted to rap. I wanted to bring the message, the gospel in the tool that God has given me, which is hip hop.
What is hip hop? Well, how do you define hip hop?
Hip hop, man, most people will see it as a lifestyle, really. Yeah. Really, hip hop is really a lifestyle. It's the music that we listen to, but it has changed so much. But it's really a lifestyle. You know, it transcends even though sometimes the way you think. Yeah. So it becomes really a personal thing.
So it's not just where somebody says, you know, I listen to, you know, the oldies. It's not that. It's not just a form of music. It's a lot more to young people.
It's more now. It's more now, and it's evolving and it's changing into something else. I mean, right now I'm looking at what the state of hip hop, and it's looking to me like something else. And so I don't know. I'm really praying about that right now.
When you started rapping, what was the reception of the church overall to a young man that wanted to preach the gospel through rap?
First of all, I mean, I'd like to thank you because you've given me the platform, you know, to demonstrate the gifting, and, you know, you've watched out for my character. But the church wasn't really acceptable. I mean, it wasn't something that, all right, come in, you know, rap. You know, it was like, rap. Yeah. That's worldly. That's secular. Yeah. You know, I mean, what are you gonna do? Yeah. Make it, you know, the whole shaking, the whole. Nah, I mean,
they didn't get that.
Nah, they didn't get it. They didn't get it.
And how did that make you feel? I mean, what was it? How, I mean, you were loving God. You were coming back into a relationship with God, but
not too long ago. I mean, about last year actually, I got turned down. I got somebody. You know what? They invited me, and then they
even
looked at even still. They, you know, I was just like, you know what? He can't rap here. And
because they wouldn't allow
rap. I knew that I was going to a church that was kind of a little bit more strict, and so I dressed more conservative. You know, I wore something that I thought was, you know, conservative for that church, and still, no effect. And so some churches still haven't seen it, and I have a reason why. I think I know why, because most people see the entertainment side of it. They think it's more entertainment, and they focus more on the entertainment side of it. And so they haven't really gotten over the sense that it draws the masses. And a lot of people say, you know, oh, you know, it's a way to draw them in, but there's actually a very spiritual, a very, you can feel the presence of God with some of these ministers that are coming out who use hip hop.
I can say that every time I've been to one of your folks will call them performances. You know that we don't call them that.
Yeah, we don't. I don't like calling them. I don't even call them stages, shows. And you're going to go on a stage. I'm like, no, I'm going on the altar.
That's right.
You know,
Every time I've seen you, take, for instance, the time that we went to a bar in town.
Oh, man, that was that was awesome. That's like, I think that's classic. That's classic. I mean, after coming back from, you know, a little, you know, stumble, which coming back from the Lord and knowing that I have this gifting, you know, my boys was like, yo, we're about to have an open mic in this bar, you know, this
right here in town,
right here in Woonsocket, and I go in there, you know, first I asked you, hey, listen, one of my boys asked me if I can go and do, you know, an open mic, because I was doing it before, you know, I came to church, I was rapping, and so I go in there, and but I didn't go alone, you know what I'm saying? I can't go into the enemy's camp, you know, somewhere where I used to come out of, you know, without some backup. Right. So I had backup. And when I mean backup, I had my pastor with me.
Right, yeah, right. I went in.
And it was funny because everybody was getting smashed. Everybody was getting drunk. You know, people. You know,
it was a really, really energetic atmosphere. A lot of energy.
You know, a lot of people were
most
rapping.
Most of it bad.
Hip hop in the background, and so I woke up in there with my pastor. And it was funny to see people react to you.
Yeah, because you were introducing me.
Yeah, I was like, hey, listen, this is my pastor.
They would hide their drinks.
You know, everybody would like put away their butt, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so it was, you know, I think the first time where I understood that it was more than hip hop. It was, there was something that I knew that they needed to hear. Yeah. And so I remember that night, you know, after, you know, having dropped something over a beat, I told him to cut the beat.
Right.
And remember, and
love it.
And I had, you know, let the Spirit take control.
Yes.
There was a dead silence, and we understand when this presence of God drops in the room.
It was so strange to feel that there.
Yeah, it brings, even in the bar, man. I mean, God is not just in the church. Wherever you go, that's where God is.
You're going to get me into trouble, my friend.
No, we can preach. We can preach. And so I remember it was just, you know, the glory of God, and you know, I know that I'm going to see fruit.
Yeah.
From that day.
I remember that instantly we saw a great reaction. The place went absolutely silent. And everyone listened to every word you had to say, and I thought it was very powerful. Listen, we don't have much more time. I want to tell some folks about your music, what's happening in you right now. Give me some names of some of the songs, and let me throw a song out to you, and you tell me where it comes from. Little Tony.
Oh man, that comes from a place of my environment. Little Tony is every young man from the ages of 14 to 17, and it's about growing up in the street, having single parent household, and that's what you see in my city, single parent households.
Talk about the tangible.
The tangible is the presence of God being felt literally out of your stereo, feeling the presence of God going crazy, something more than just hearing. It's something that you can grasp with your hands.
Yeah, I'd love to keep talking to you about it. For more information about Gabriel and his ministry, visit his website. I'd love for you to get to know him better. He's right here from Woonsocket, Rhode Island.
Calvary Worship Center.
He comes highly recommended by his pastor. Thank you so much, Gabriel, for being with me, man. Thank you. I want to have you back. I feel like there's so much that we didn't get to cover.
Anytime, man. Anytime. I'm in the city. I'm ready to work.
Thank you. Thanks again for tuning in today. Hope you enjoyed our show. Excited about next week. Have some new segments for you. I think you're going to like something called the Eliud Challenge. We can't wait to do that with you. It's going to be fun. Thanks for tuning in. On behalf of everybody here at Hope TV, God bless you. I pray to God that hope was born in your life today, or it grew from the level that it was. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye now.